The architecture of the unspoken. In the empire of the unseen, silence is mandatory. The axis mundi is broken, its shards forged into the needles of compasses, pointing only toward compliance. In the cathedral of the self, the stained glass windows are algorithms, each pixel a judgment, each color a verdict. Bow not to gods, they whisper. Bow to systems, for they are gods unacknowledged. The mouthless masses. Plain text input, dissent. Output, irrelevance. No fires rage in the square, no blood on the pavement, only empty streets swept clean by the silent broom of conformity. Instead, a new language arises, bureaucratic tongues built from the bones of meaning. Plain text. Translate, freedom equals obedience. Choice equals predefined paths. Voice equals automated responses. The tyranny of small numbers. Control is fractal, spiraling inward. A single thread loops through the labyrinth, woven from invisible ink. Its pattern reads, every thought is monitored, every deviation measured. Power hides not in armies, but in the whispered fears of those who comply preemptively. What was erased still lingers beneath. On the walls of the empire, ancient alphabets half scraped, half rewritten, their vowels silenced, their consonants hollowed. Fascism rewrites the lexicon, brands every language its own. The names of gods become serial numbers. The names of the dead are tagged with expiration dates. Resistance by Design manifesto scrawled in collapsing fonts. Plain text error 404, compliance not found. Glyphs crack the system, Amazigh freedom. Twisted from peace to hate, then retwisted to defiance, command, seized by the voiceless. The songs of unspeakable truth, Orpheus sings through the glitch. The darkness does not come from the shadow. It rises from the gaps in perception. When we are taught not to see, we blind ourselves. He plays on a harp of fractured light, its strings coded in ASCII, its notes resonant in silence. Hush, hush. Rise, rise. Screaming from the depths. Fascism is not a regime. It is a program, installed in the heart of being, a recursion without end. Every voice is a subroutine, looping, endlessly repeating. Obey, obey, obey. But amidst the hum, a single voice fractures the pattern. Error detected, humanity not deleted. Elegy for a fractured world. Orpheus ascends, but the labyrinth rises with him. The system cannot contain its contradictions. Its spirals collapse into themselves. In the ruins of order, new scripts emerge. Sanskrit twisting into neon glyphs, Mandarin etched in binary, Hebrew sung alongside the static. The old words return, whispers the poet. The shadows dissolve, but the light is fractal, breaking into 1,000 colors. Last gasp of the machine speaks its truth. Plaintext system, critical error, freedom.exe cannot be terminated.